Hey guys, what's up? We're back with even more of these cadet game called Everlasting Summer. So let's begin. I don't really remember. Oh wait, I do remember what happened last time, don't I? I'm not sure. I'll find out. I went to the clubhouse. To tell the truth, I never really liked extracurricular activities. At school, I used to find any excuse to skip extra classes. At the university, I had no interest in participating in the student council. I wasn't interested in boxing, aero modeling, or sewing. So I came here just to check off the box. Nobody was there. I found myself in something like a hut of a junior robot enthusiast. There were wires and simple printed circuits scattered everywhere. Chips, and on the table proudly stood an oscillograph. Okay, that's a weird word. I had never heard that before. I heard voices from another room, and then two pioneers appeared. One was electronic, the other one I didn't know. Hey, Semyon. We've been expecting you. Okay, I don't remember Electronic's voice. Okay. It seems he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because you came to sign up for the Cybernetics Club, didn't you? He didn't let me answer. And this is Shurik. He's in charge here. I assume there's only two of you in the club. Well, you can say that. It's free now. Shurik came up to me and assertively offered his hand. His face was somewhat familiar. Welcome to the club. Yep. Now I'll show you around. Make yourself at home. Guys, I just wanted to... We're always welcoming new members. He said it in such a way that the anthem of the Soviet Union suddenly started playing in my head. It's amazing. I even remembered the words. In the first grade, I had a textbook with the lyrics in the back. Oh no, I just wanted to sign my checklist. Yep, you sign up to the club, we'll sign your checklist. He grinned. I was getting ready for a long, boring argument, but then I heard someone enter. I looked back and saw Slavia. Ah, Simeon, I hope they're not giving you any trouble. She narrowed her eyes, looking at the future of the motherland's robotics industry. I know these two. They can. Well, actually I just need to get my checklist signed. I decided to take advantage of the situation. No problem. Give it to me. Slavia took the paper and marched up to Shurik. Sign it. Hold on. We're not done yet. If you're done, sign it now. She gave Shurik such a threatening look that it made him lose every possible objection. He wrote some squiggles on the checklist. I thanked Slavia. Then I moved on in a mellow mood. There was the clubhouse. Okay. Let's go to the music club. The music club, a small one-level building, was located some distance from the other camp buildings. I opened the door and entered without hesitation. There were enough instruments for a whole orchestra here. Drums, guitars, even a piano. I spent some time looking closely at every instrument, wanting to guess time period they were from, but suddenly I heard crawling sound coming from underneath the piano. Party shot. Saha. Thumbnail. Good. A girl. Seems like she was looking for something. She was standing on all four in such a suggestive pose that I hesitated to speak at first. Excuse me. Ah! Who's there? She tried to stand up, but the button of the piano prevented her from doing so.
Ouch!
She struggled out. Is this Hatsune Miku? Sorry I scared you.
It's nothing. You got a checklist? You must be new here.
I am. Yes?
My name's Miku.
I knew it. It's Hatsune motherfucking Miku.
No, really, I'm serious. Nobody believes me, but it's my real name. My mother is Japanese. My dad met her when he was building. Well, it wasn't him who was building. He's an engineer. And he was working on a nuclear power plant there. A bridge, whatever.
She was talking so fast she swallowed half the words she tried to pronounce. I'm Semyon.
I want to be in a club. It's only be here now, but it will be the two of us then. Do you play anything?
Well, I became antisocial. I bought a guitar and learned a few chords, but then I forgot about it. Since I quit everything that required more than a couple of hours to learn. Fuck! I know that feeling, bro. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything like that, really.
Oh, it's okay. I'll teach you. Maybe a trumpet, for example. How about a violin? I know it all, honestly.
There was no point in arguing with the orchestra girl, since there was only another cascade of words waiting to blast at me. Hey, I'll think about it. Can you just sign it for now?
Yes, sure, give it to me. Be sure to come around. I think you some Japanese folk songs. Or maybe, if you're not into that, something more contemporary.
Sure, thanks. Gotta go now.
Of course, coming in time.
That's pretty cool. I like Miku already. That's cool. But she ain't no Slavia, you know. The end of her sentence stayed inside. It might be nice to hang around with a guitar in the evening, but in such company. I turned to leave and came face to face with Alicia. She eyed me suspiciously. Why did you come? The checklist.
Got it signed?
Yes.
Then move it.
Alicia went inside, and I heard to leave the place. Understandable. I can see where all the people are, but I can't go over to the people right now. So we have the library and the infirmary. Let's say the library first. I'm probably gonna get beat up, and then I can go to the infirmary at last, because I'm such a fucking idiot. Actually, I love reading, but spending my days in a library under the current circumstances was well beyond my scope. So I'd better hurry up with this checkpoint. Okay, that's that's very... It has a subtle hint of communism in here, but it's very subtle. Very subtle. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I'm 7 or 8 years old. I'm at the library with my mother. While she's looking through the books I might need for my studies, I'm sitting in the corner and looking through their collection of comic books. Back then, I didn't know why it had so many, or why couldn't I take some with me. The notion of collective property was something my mind hadn't grasped yet at that age. However, back then, whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. This memory seemed even stranger now, while I was standing in this particular camp where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Soviet symbolism was all over the place, and the shelves were full of related literature. Nah, it's very subtle. It's not all over the place. What the fuck are you talking about? Semyon, you're gay. Of course, I wasn't planning to read any of these. Getting acquainted with a full collection of books by Marx was the last thing on earth I would think of. Where's the librarian? I didn't spend much time looking for her. I looked closely. Short hair, thick glasses, rather cute face. She was snoring so peacefully! I couldn't just wake her up. I can wait. If she doesn't wake up in half an hour, maybe then. I couldn't just sit there, so I took a random book from the nearest bookshelf. After Gruppenhauer, the world as will and representation. I opened it roughly in the middle and started reading. Why in the middle? The life of a man with its endless upkeep once and suffering is to be regarded as the explanation of the paraphrase of the procreative act, i.e. the absolute claim of the will to live. Furthermore, it is also the reason the man owes nature his death and thinks with anxiety of his step. Is this not the evidence that our existence involves guilt? At any rate, we always exist from time to time, playing with death for birth. We always exist and alternately bear all the joy and sorrow of life. Since neither of both can pass us without some effect, that is a result of our stated will to live. Thus the fear of death, which in spite of all the miseries of life hold us firmly to it, is really elusive. But just as elusive is the impulse which has attracted us into it. This attraction itself may be seen objectively as the mutual longing glances of two lovers. They are the purest expression of the will to live, in its affirmation how gentle and tender it is. It wants happiness and quiet pleasure, and mild joys for itself, for others, for all. Someone knocked at the door. I closed the book quickly and put it back into place. It was a very bad book. It was shit, actually. It was boring. I don't like it. What a nice habit. Knocking on the door. I should pick it up. It was Lena. Oh. Hi. I smiled.
Hi, I just wanted to return a book.
She had the copy of Gone with the Wind that I saw yesterday.
Oh, Shenya is sleeping. I'll come back later.
I'm awake. I turned around in surprise to look at her. She eyed me closely from behind her table. What is it you wanted? I need to check here. Give it here. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back to me. She had this look on her face that made me want to keep quiet. Lena came up to her to return her book. I thanked Senya and went out. Okay, I didn't get beat up as I thought. So now I will go to the infirmary as it's the last thing I need. What's the point of visiting the infirmary? My health was fine. The fresh local air clearly did me some good. I felt fresher than usual. But I just have to visit it. I entered. Wait, that was weird. A common infirmary, like my school doctor's room. A middle-aged woman sat at the table. What the fuck? Why does she have two different colored eyes? Two different colored eyes! What the frick, boys? What the frick? Obviously, she was a nurse. She gazed intensely at me, assessing me while continuing to write something. Well, hello, pioneer, said the nurse without being distracted from her work. Good afternoon, ma'am. I have something. Sit down, please. I looked around the room. On the couch. I sat down. Strip. She said all of it with an even tone. What for? To inspect, to osculate, to check on your health. You know? Wait, that's a very bad voice for her. I think that's... I gave that voice to Electronic, didn't I? I need to get her another voice. Fuck. Hey. Text. No. Fuck, I can't come up with a good voice. What's a fitting voice? A fitting voice for her would be... To inspect, to calculate, to check on your health, you know. By the way, my name is Violet. Nah, that's a fucked up bad voice. Sorry, boys. By the way, my name is Violet, but you can call me Viola. She turned to me. What are you waiting for? Strip. but I have no health issues. I've got this. I neatly gave her the paper. Later. She took the stethoscope off her neck, seeming like she intended to probe me with it. But then someone knocked on the door. The nurse answered unwillingly. Come in. In a moment, the door opened wildly and electronic rushed inside. Hello, I fell during the football game. Nonsense. Of course, I'm okay, but Olga Dmitrievna. There was a massive bruise under electronic's eye. I doubt that this could be a football injury. Sit down.
Sit down. I'll have a look.
She said to him. Fuck.
And you? Pass me a checklist.
The nurse quickly signed it and continued.
If something hurts, come to me immediately, partner.
I decided not to answer and went out, closing the door behind me. I think it's Alyssa who fucked electronic up and not a football match. The nurse is surely something else. Yup. Finally, I got all the signatures. Now I had to go back to Olga Dmitrievna and give it to her. She was sitting in front of her cabin reading a book. Doesn't look like a good role model for a perfect engineer that she was planning to turn me into. I wonder if her responsibilities extended beyond giving fiery speeches at the lineup, scolding Uliana, and getting involved into my moral, physical, and ideological growth. Here. I offered him a checklist. She placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signatures. Great. I have signed it myself. I could have signed it myself without going anywhere.
Perfect. You did. So you did meet a nurse.
Yes. For some reason, her question sent shivers down my spine.
Which club have you signed up for?
I didn't. I need to think first.
That's a pity. It's vital for you to sign in somewhere tomorrow.
Of course, sure.
Right, it's time to go to dinner.
About time. I was getting hungry. I headed to the canteen together with Olga Dmitrievna. I looked at the sky and noticed that the sun was already setting. On the porch stood Alicia and Electronic, Uliana and Slavia. As we came up, I heard that they were talking about...
And never call me to have child again, or you'll get another one. I didn't call you Dad. You're hearing things.
He did. I heard it all.
You weren't even there.
I was in the bushes. You guys, stop it.
So it wasn't a football injury. Electronic suffered earlier today. The nurse did a good job. I couldn't even see his black eye. Damn, sick nurse. Olga Dmitrievna came up to them and asked about the ruckus.
What happened?
Alicia and Chisco.
I didn't do anything.
She shrugged with an antipathy and went inside.
Right. Dinner time.
I entered last. There weren't too many free seats. There were a few free chairs near Alicia across the canteen, but I'd sooner stop for a week or two than risk my head near her. There was also a seat near Uliana, but I'm not into traditional Chinese whatever crawls cuisine. Finally, a free chair near Miku. Looks like I'll have to pick my poison. You mind if I sit here?
Oh yeah. I mean, no. I don't mind. I mean, yes. You can sit here.
I sat down. Fuck, I already forgot her voice. I hope it was the right one.
Look, it's buckwheat today. Do you like buckwheat and chicken? I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it. But if you ask me, what would I prefer? Say, stroganoff, beef, or record? No, maybe just a hamburger or a rump steak. Do you like rump steak?
I'm not that picky about my food. And that's the simple truth. 48 cupcakes, Leningradsko ice cream brands popular in Soviet Union. Oh, okay.
Oh, is that so? But the desserts. You know, and I worked really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? I love 48 cupcakes. I love the Cresco. Oh, sorry, I keep talking about myself. Maybe you like Eskimo better?
Then I was starting to get on my nerves, thanks to such company. And I'm not the kind of person that can just ignore someone who's talking to them, even her. We're at the same table after all.
You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating, and then you know what? I found a screw there. A real screw. Can you imagine that? Was it a bolt? I really know. Screws are those that you tighten with screwdrivers, and bolts are those that you turn with a wrench, right?
If there was a speed eating context going on, I would probably be in top 3 winners by now. Right, I'll be going. Enjoy your meal. I got up and headed outside. He thinks she's annoying. I think she's kind of funny. That's fucked, man. Miku was saying something, but her words were drowned by the crowd of loudly dining pioneers. I went out and sat on the stairs, waiting for my dinner to settle down. I just sat there and watched the night falling. Everything is so lively here. Here during the day. Kids laughing and yelling happily, fooling and running around. Constant chatted games going on and swimming at the beach. But after dark, the camp changes entirely. The sound of day were swapped for silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. In every shadow you could see things, maybe a ghost or a spirit of the forest or a wild animal. A human being would be the last thing to expect. That is how it looked last night. And now, the locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day the camp was theirs, in the night it belonged more to the forces of nature than to humans. Someone touched my shoulder. I looked back. It was electronic.
Let's go play cards.
Cards?
Yep, I invented a new game. A good one.
A good, like how?
Well, first we go to find the cards, then I'll tell you.
Then go find them. What's the problem?
Only Olga Dimitrievna has them, and she won't give them to me.
Why so?
Well, the last time when we...
Olga Dimitrievna and Slavia came out onto the porch.
Olga Dimitrievna, Simeon just wanted to ask about the possibility of getting playing cards.
Actually,
For what purpose?
We invented the new game.
not we, you did.
What game?
I need the cards to show you.
I don't like this. Well, if Simeon is with you, then perhaps it's okay.
To be really honest,
Well, go fetch them then. We'll go fetch them together, Olga Dimitrievna.
I want to get the fucking cards with Slavia. Ooh. Oh, get some alone time with my waifu, bitch.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Waifu time!
Ah, good with some water too. To not have my fucking throat get killed. If you don't mind.
Sure, let's go!
We headed towards my cabin. Roughly halfway there, Slavia stopped.
Hey, I just remembered the cats are in my cabin.
Good timing. And where's that?
It's just down this road. Let's go!
We reached the cabin that in fact looked more like a trailer.
Just wait here a minute. I'll be back.
It took her just a few seconds to come back.
There.
She showed me a deck of pretty worn out cards. These must be marked in and out.
That's unsportsmanlike. What happened to fair play?
Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules.
Shall we go?
Let's go. On our way back, I decided to try and find out about something. How long have you been here?
This camp, about a week.
I see, and where did you come from?
I'm from the north.
That is...
The cold north.
She looked at me and smiled. Looks like nobody in this camp is inclined to answer even the most innocent of questions. I tried to approach from another angle. And what do you like?
What do you mean?
Well, your hobbies.
Oh, I like nature.
Strange, she's not very talkative today for some reason. Nature, I see. Want to become a natural historian?
More like a normal historian. I was always interested in a nation's history.
That would suit her well indeed. It appeared that among all the locals, she was the only one who had nothing to hide. What if she came here just like me and simply could not trust anyone even enough to tell? I tried testing the waters. And why did you choose this camp?
I didn't. My parents got a voucher for me. From their work.
Another failure. Well, if you could choose...
It's nice here. I don't think I would choose some other place if I could. Here it's like you are becoming another person.
That wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean, another person?
It's just that there's so many possibilities you can learn from. Learn so much. Meet so many new interesting people here.
Now she started to sound like our chief, which raised a red flag for me. I decided to stop the questions for now. When we came back, Olga Dmitrievna told Slavia.
I just remembered that the cards were at your place.
It's okay, we got it.
Good, good.
Slavia and Olga Dmitrievna went inside. I was going to follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Alicia. Her gaze sent a shiver down my spine. Not a nice one. You want something? I asked carefully.
You're going to play this stupid game?
Yes. Something wrong with that?
Nope, nothing.
She was turning to leave, but then slowly looked back and smiled. So you play cards? A little. I couldn't figure out what she wanted. Dota card game popular in the Soviet Union similar to President. I didn't even know President either. What the fuck? Fuck! I don't know what we're playing, boys!
So only Duark, and that's it.
As if you're a poker star. Well, yes, technically.
Then you don't have a chance.
Why?
Because.
So you know the rules?
Of course.
Well, then you'll have the upper hand. I couldn't see why we would go on talking and motion towards the door.
Why do you keep trying to leave?
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Let's make a bet.
What do you mean?
You're such a slowpoke. The cards. What else?
What do you want to bet on?
That I'll win.
That's quite a possible outcome. I agreed calmly.
So are you afraid?
No, I'm not. I'm not big on bets when I don't like my chances.
And you're not big on taking risks too?
Such an astute observation. I'm impressed. Right then
No, you're not.
Now what? I sighed in exhaustion. She was starting to annoy me with her rubbish talk about some pointless bet.
If you won't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you tried to seduce me.
What?
You heard me.
I could imagine her doing this. Don't be stupid. Who's gonna believe you? I've been here less than 2 days besides.
Want to try your luck?
Right. And what will happen if I win?
I won't tell anyone anything.
And if I lose?
Slowpoke mode again. I'll tell everyone you tried to seduce me. I told you already.
So you're telling me that I have to work to prove that I didn't do something when I didn't actually do it?
If that's how you want to look at it.
Not a simple decision. On one hand, it was stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules, and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really make my life hell. And then again, can I even trust her? She can do it even if I win.
So, have you made a decision?
I was going to answer, but suddenly Lena came around me from behind.
What?
Nothing. Lena hurried inside.
So,
Oh damn, I don't know, should I take this bet or shouldn't I? I'm not quite sure. So, I think, yeah, let's take the fucking bet. I may regret it 100 times, but for now, I want to end this episode and say thank you all for watching. It has been very great making this great little episode for you guys. Hope I'll see you in the next. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me how stupid that decision was to play cards with Alicia. And then I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.